I just need to kind of look far and wide to find things that interest me, to actually make music. Field recordings of sounds, you know, that are just around me, whether it's the frogs in the pond at the front of my house, or rhythms you hear happening in the car, and if I've got a stereo recorder around. Old records, DVDs, CDs, you know, video cassettes, anywhere and everywhere really that I hear something in the world that has some kind of aura to it that feels to me like, you know, if captured in some way, it can be translated and lead to, you know, a musical idea. I live in a little town called Summers, but in the last couple of years I've been lucky enough to set up all my gear in a barn that my dad built, which is a couple of towns away from where I live. Even sometimes the 5 to 10 minute drive to the barn studio would feel like too long if I was just at home and had sort of some ideas happening on a laptop or on the piano to not just record it on the spot. So really, I guess, you know, I'm just kind of be prepared to record anywhere and everywhere that, you know, you happen to be. I sampled this instrument called the Winton musical fence in a song, which is in outback Queensland. I went out there and was just so struck by how amazing an aura, you know, that the place had, and the instrument itself. These 5 large strings that you could, you know, strike with all sorts of things, pluck with your hands or hit with metal or plastic. You know, I just feel compelled to have to record that and do something with them. I mean, people are always saying, "Oh, you're a perfectionist, aren't you?"
Are you?
And well, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I have high aspirations in that respect. I suppose I'm a perfectionist, but I find sometimes it irks me a little when people say that, because to me it suggests more, I feel, when people say it, you know, it suggests more unable to let go of things. And I think that's one thing eventually I've been able to do with this record, even though it's still taken me 2.5 years to make it, whereas I wanted it to sort of hopefully only take about a year, I thought was reasonable. There's things I've had to let go of, you know, far more material that I thought was really promising that I just had to say it can't be finished, or it's not good enough, or it's done. And also, working really hard on trying to get the mixing of this album right has been a huge hurdle. I wasn't kind of prepared to go, that sounds pretty good, that's done. So yeah, it took a lot of time doing some mixes 2-3 times. Some songs just did eventually get there, but a couple there also I let go of eventually, because in the mix I just felt they seemed to step too many steps away from what I thought was the potential they had originally. So it's like this kind of vision of what I thought could be something really exciting as a song and as a piece of recorded music seemed to step further and further away from what I thought was anything I liked, to this, yeah, and I'd never had it so intensely as on a couple of occasions on this record where I just sat there listening to a final playback of a mix going, I hate this music. What is this? This is fucking terrible. Oh, I like, you know, skin crawling, having to step out of a room going, I can't do this anymore. Like, you know, I've put so much energy and time and money into this, and I just have to let go of it because I hate this. And I don't want to show this to people, because if they like it, I don't want to even have a respond to that because I hate it. So, and I mean, that's just one moment, because I can have other days where they'll come back and go, you know, yeah, this is a pretty good song. This is great. You know, I like it. I think people might be interested in it. Great.
So my left hand can play the choir with 16-foot diapase on. And Larry's patented orchestral symphonizer.
The show will be the first time that I'll actually attempt to play my Gotye music completely live without any element of backing track, you know, covering certain parts that physically couldn't be covered on stage. Because I guess I'm doing this, you know, show at this amazing venue, the Sydney Opera House, on a large stage in an incredible acoustic environment. I'm really keen to see how we can find this kind of human and, I guess, electroacoustic meeting of sound on stage and how that goes out to the audience. So yeah, in that regard, for me, it's pretty ambitious. I've never sort of rehearsed or prepared as hard for any live shows I've done as what I've been working with the 10 guys in the band on for this show.